thirsty, bout it, you hear me. Grind me, thirsty, bout it, you hear me. Grind me, thirsty, bout it, you hear me. You hear me. What's up?
What's going on? What's going on?
That's what I'm talking about.
We back.
We back in the building, man. It's another Friday night. Yeah. What's up, family? What's up, friends out there, everybody? Man? What's up, everybody? It's another night of, discussion. We always have fun on the show, and it's not different tonight. It's just a little bit different tonight, man. We have some topic we want to talk about. This is not the fun topic you normally hear, but we're gonna go into some serious things that's happening right in front of us, and we're not taking time out to really think about what's happening. LA, when is the fires gonna stop? When the fire is gonna cool down in LA? When it's gonna stop? What's going on in LA now, man?
What's causing the fires?
Yeah, what's causing the fires
on an off fire season?
But is it what is a off fire season though? But
the off fire season, basically the season like when it's real dry out there.
Okay, but the fire won't stop in LA. Well, there's other things happening out in LA where we have been seeing things popping up on social media about a new city to be built.
But before we get into it,
introduce
yourself, my guy.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna introduce myself. It's your boy Q. Yeah, I'm going solo tonight. We're joining up with the man John from another location tonight.
Yo, what up?
Yeah, we're not gonna take no longer to introduce AP. What's up, AP?
What's good, family? What's good,
up,
y'all?
We back in the shop again, man.
Give thanks.
Man, the weather. We open for a change in the weather in the MIA, man. It's a bit cold in the morning, man.
Yo, I hate it, man.
AP, what you said you ate it?
I hate it.
Hey, the guy.
I think it saves on gas.
The guy said, "Hey, in New York, I think you left your back gate open. the weather's coming over here down south."
Yeah, I
drunk.
Yeah, I was in a store. I don't know if this guy was from New York. He started to sing this song. Started to feel like Brooklyn.
Man.
It's snowing in Atlanta.
Atlanta, man.
Snowing in Atlanta.
It's snowing.
Yeah, they got guys skiing to go to work.
They had snow in the Panhandle, man.
Crazy.
They had snow in the Panhandle. I'm hearing that it's supposed to be. I don't know. They say that it might get down to Orlando. I don't know.
That one is serious.
It's messed up, bro.
Yeah. Dude, skiing to work.
If I had the Instagram, I'll show you guys, man. The man skiing to work.
Are that the Yang twin? Aren't they? Aren't they from Atlanta, bro?
Hey.
They ski.
Yo, they having a party out in Atlanta, man. I don't know if you guys seen the videos, but they like got 4-wheelers out there, people in the streets, like
in the snow.
In the snow, bro.
Yeah, yo, this is the only time we might as well take advantage of it.
The only time now, everybody grabbing their fur coats and all that stuff
and boots.
I'm sure that's the blackest part of
Atlanta. Gotta be.
That's the blackest part of Atlanta, man. All right, man, we're gonna waste no time. We're going into that situation, man. The fire, LA. Maybe LA needs some of that.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't understand. Like over on the East Coast is nothing but snow, and on the West Coast nothing but fire.
It's
Jaja,
called
what do you
global
have to say
warming.
about that? You know you always up that place in Cali, you know? You know that
California.
you're that Cali fan.
Well, you remember when we were out there and that little fire started not too far from where we were staying at?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
little brush fire stuff. You know what I mean? So apparently,
yeah.
what's going on? All right. So even though it's wintertime, they had some dry situations going on. Apparently, so now there's conflicting stories. So at one point, we heard that in certain it's more north. I guess you would say north northeast of LA. They had some brush fires that started, and then with the winds coming down from the
Yeah,
mountainside, it helped push a lot of that stuff over. Now, as far as it sparking multiple ones in different areas, I'm a call my chief correspondent over in LA and see if he can fill us in more on that situation. But before we do that, again, LA is known for having these brush fires and things like that. Q, what's up? You good?
Yeah, yeah. Just a little problem with the earphone. You're good, you're
Okay,
good.
all right.
Yeah.
So
Continue on, my boy. Continue on.
now I wasn't sure if it's me or so I just kept seeing movement and no, but
Sorry.
yeah.
Nah, you
So
good. It's trying to get something real quick.
make sure.
Yeah, that's
I think that's
I know the
All
first
right.
brush fires was like natural stuff and just exacerbated by the winds, right? But the second and third phase are man-made because it just jumped halfway through the city onto a whole different area, you know, like the Palisades area. That whole
Mhm.
development's wiped out, man,
yeah, but
right? And then the Anunnaki area where that's black people's like community, right? Which is great terrain for, they've been wanting that land for a minute, right? But
mm,
it's just weird. So then you get this arrest of this guy that they arrested, this 30-year-old homeless dude for arson. So it's kind of crazy as to what's really going on, you know.
but you know the situation somebody has to take falls for it to them, you know, and it's always been known that it's someone who is not really on the record, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody they gotta get the blame for it. But
What's up, So Chill?
mm, what's up, chill? But wait, John is up?
look like
Yeah.
out for a second.
Yeah.
Be back.
But the fire situation though, the fire situation, you said they're trying to build like a new city, technology wise, everything. So this city, you think this is just happening like that automatically? Places burning, but they still have to have a location where they're gonna build this city, but it's not known of. They're just saying they're gonna build a city, a new city.
I mean, for them saying that they wanted to build one already, and then this happening, a lot of conspiracy is going to pop up, and people are going to think this and that. But realistically, these fires have been happening time and time again. But the crazy part is just the political craziness that's going on with them trying to blame Democrats and DEI, being women, and that are police chiefs, fire chiefs, and stuff like that. That's all causing division, but I'm always skeptical of all those things that happen because it's always for a purpose. I don't think that they never find a way to use a misgiving situation for their purpose, right? So while we sitting here fighting about this and that, there's something else going on, right? And one of the main things that was going on today was, but anyway, yeah, it's crazy. It's
But
crazy.
I never can understand the fire in California. I don't know if people just accept it like that, but there is something about where I can't understand how these fires just started. What started them? The dryness. Oh, it
Well,
How?
occurred. Yeah, I can't
how about how,
understand.
how about we do this? Let's call my man out there and ask him firsthand, since he's live on deck out there. We can find out firsthand what's going on with a live view. So, IT, if you can.
Yeah, because there's so much, conspiracy whenever something goes down.
Yeah.
CJ, what up?
What's up? What's up?
What
Hello.
up with you, man?
What's good, fam?
Yeah, can y'all hear me all right?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the
What's
doctor
up,
is
man?
in the building, man.
First off, how are you doing?
Mm.
And I'm calm now, man. Yesterday was ugly, man. You talk, you plan for stuff or think about things, but it changed when it happened, man. Like Tyson said, everybody got a plan until they get punched in the face. So I ain't gonna lie, man. When it came across my phone that I needed to evacuate, yeah, I got a little angry first, and then I started to, try to make the right decisions and also calm my neighbors down because they did start a fire right by me yesterday. So I'm better now, though. Now that we know that they caught the person that they believe started it, and the fire is 100% contained. So I'm good. But overall, man, our town is just really hurt because so many people done lost their homes and lives.
Man,
Word.
that's so you're in the northern area of LA. So how far is it from you where the initial fire started?
All right. I can kind of hear y'all. Can y'all turn up a little bit or one of y'all mics, whatever, because I don't know why my thing is so low. But
Okay.
the initial, a lot of people don't realize, man, we had a fire last 2 weeks ago in Malibu. It was by Pepperdine. So that was
Okay.
like 2, 3 weeks ago. And what's interesting is both of these fires have affected not necessarily just me because it's not about me, but our area in totality. My office is in Calabasas as well, right off the major road that goes to Malibu. Well, my road was closed for like 7 days because we had a
Okay.
fire 4 weeks ago in Malibu that almost burned down Pepperdine, and it burned down a lot of Malibu. Well, now we back again with this new fire, the Palisades fire that, we hearing talks that it started in somebody's backyard, and we hearing all kind of talks. But these Santa Ana winds ain't no joke. And it's kind of interesting. We don't never really have a lot of fires when those winds ain't coming. You feel what I'm getting? It's like they start them around that time because the winds are not starting them. But it's like if a fire's in the area, the winds can do whatever they want to. So the actual epicenter of the fire, I'm in Calabasas on the valley side, right? So if you go over the mountain ridge, Palisades is like 15 miles over the mountain ridge towards the water. So it's about 15 miles away from me. So it's like the equivalent of, like Santa Monica to like almost a Malibu as far as distance wise. It's not that far, but we got a big mountain ridge blocking us from being harmed by that fire. So the epicenter is about 15 minutes, 20 minutes away from me. But all of PCH is closed down now that most of that fire moved to Malibu. So now this moved to Malibu is like 6 miles away from me. But then once again, that's the outskirt fire, not the epicenter. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So I know I spoke to another friend of mine. Shout out to Arlene and the rest of them out there. And she was explaining to me on the poor air quality where she's at. She's more closer to the Long Beach area over in that side side of town. So how's it up where you are as well? You're having the same thing with the poor air quality?
Well, man, in the valley, what people don't understand about the logistics of living by
Mm.
the ocean blows all that wind, all the clouds that's the mountains. So that means when you look at the Hollywood sign, or when you look at the Topanga Mountains from the backdrop of Santa Monica, when they show the Ferris wheel and you see the mountains in the back,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a row of mountains like that that block a lot of that air from coming over that mountain. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
therefore, when the wind comes in to people like Long Beach or Compton, all that, that wind is hitting the mountains but coming right back towards them. If you get what I'm saying, as it's moving
Right.
east.
Right.
So it's
Okay.
a lot of soot and ash around everywhere, man. But up here, man, you leave it if you got a black car, which I got a black car, shit,
Mm.
I got a great car, man. All my cars, you leave them outside for a minute, they don't get covered in some soot and ash though. So it's pretty bad. If it may look like it's a clear sky, but like if you leave your car outside for a minute, or your car is parked outside, you'll see a nice little layer of dust over it.
And you say
So
you're
the ash and soot is everywhere, bro.
and you say, oh yeah, and you say you're actually about 15 miles away from there.
Right. I'm
Wow.
15 miles away from the Palisades one. I'm about 30 to 40 miles away from the Eaton fire, which is burning up Pasadena and Altadena. And then the Kenneth fire,
Now-
which was yesterday, was literally 9 blocks away from me.
Whoa.
When you
Yeah,
talking about
so-
Altadena, my brother,
Uh-huh.
is it strange that Altadena started burning?
Man, let me give y'all some real game, man. And I'm tired of people saying conspiracy theories. I lived out here 18 years, bro.
Yeah.
I done seen earthquakes, fires, and everything, bro. The fires that have started and they base it on the Santa Ana winds, they're normally linear, right? Or they're going in the same direction of said fire. Not hopping mountains, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
I found
No
that.
fire is going to hop a mountain, bro. That's just not how it rolls. You feel me? And here's the second thing, man. This is not a laughing matter, but it's just weird, man. Like, I escaped the poor air conditioning in Calabasas and went into State Social, which is a nice cigar place down here. And it's in Hollywood, right? I go there, what day is it? Tuesday? What's the day? Friday? I go there Wednesday just to escape the traffic and what's going on up in my neighborhood, right?
Mm.
Man, I promise you, I was there for 2 hours smoking a stick, and then all of a sudden, the barkeep come over to me. And he's like, "Hey, man," he turned the TV on. He's like, "And we on TV, like Hollywood being evacuated." I'm like, "What are you talking about, dude? They started a fire in Runyon Canyon, which is right by the Hollywood Hill sign. Hollywood sign. So what's interesting is that fire was started by an arsonist. My fire started by an arsonist. The one in Palisades that destroyed that whole area, that fire, they believe it started in somebody's backyard, like a smoker fell over or something, right? But that's kind of understandable because these firefighters can pay attention. They like the dopest thing I learned from some of my firefighter associates is that they can see the hottest zone, right? And when you see the hottest zone, that's where you can tell where it came from. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it's looking like it's coming from a backyard right at the cusp of Palisades. And so when the Santa Ana winds were blowing southward, and then you had the ocean winds blowing northward, that's what created that vortex where everything just caught on fire right on the mountain base. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Altadena one, the Eden fire, that had to be started by somebody. Now, we have so many people out here that are homeless and vagrants. They do have campfires, you know what I'm saying? And they do leave fires unattended. I don't know if you guys feel like Googling, but any of your listeners that are Googling, they can Google a fire that we had here maybe 7-8 years ago that almost took out the 405. It was started by a dude that left his campfire.
I remember.
So go ahead.
No, because earlier I was saying the same thing to myself. I can't understand all these fire in California. How these fires started? If it's not started by someone, how does it start? And when we visit California, just a little bit from the hotel, there was a fire. We were actually on the street and saw the fire, and we were wondering how could a fire start there, close to the main street, just a little area of what we would call dried grass. But we
Right.
were saying, how could that fire started just like that? It must be somebody. We are saying it's next to the road. Somebody flip a cigarette, flip
Yes,
something.
sir. That has happened a couple of times out here. Yep. Somebody flipped a cigarette. What people don't understand, man, is California's a desert, man.
Yeah.
All of the vegetation out here is normally imported.
Mm.
This is a real desert, bro. Like, it's not supposed to be palm trees and stuff. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Yeah.
It's not. Because I suffer from allergies, right? So me having to go to my allergist to learn about how to live out here, what medication I need to take or what I need to avoid, he broke it down to us. He literally was like, man, everything out here is a transplant. No real plant is indigenous besides the cacti out here.
Okay.
And a rolling bush, which is the one that creates tumbleweeds, right?
Yeah.
He said those are the only thing that's out here that's indigenous, right? He was like, but all the trees and all this stuff, the grass, most of the stuff's imported. So guess what? When we have, dry seasons, all of that stuff's gonna dry out, and guess what? Creates nothing but fuel for a fire. And a lot of meteorologists are not bringing up the fact that the last 2 years out here, we've had torrential rains from November to February, right? We've gotten above our water. Remember, I don't know if y'all remember, we made it out of the drought last year. Like all the reservoirs were full, right? Well, guess what?
Right.
That created a lot of this vegetation growing.
Okay.
And then as soon as summer hit, no more water. Guess what? Now you got all kind of fuel for fire. I've literally been a part of a fire as far as driving by on the 118. Y'all can Google that too. It's a fire on the 118 about 4 years ago. A dude literally threw a cigarette out his window on the 118 getting on the highway, and it burned up at least 15 acres.
Yeah. And
So that do happen.
Yeah, and I remember a story a while back now when a firefighter was charged for that also.
Yeah.
A firefighter actually did that. Maybe it
Yeah,
says
man.
run into overtime for them, more overtime paid, and it's just crazy.
Well, economically, the only reason I'm not gonna push back on that probably did happen, but y'all got to understand something else that I need to say on the airways, to be honest with you, and I hope it gets out to the world. I live here. Do y'all realize that 90-something% of these firefighters that are up in those mountains, when you turn the TV on and you see them yellow coats and they back to back with a water line going up into these mountains, risking their life?
Yeah.
Prisoners.
My dear friends, 90% of them are prisoners.
Yep.
They do not talk about that. 90% of the firefighters in the wild fighting our fires are prisoners that are trained to fight these fires. And guess what? Government does not care if they lose their life. If they make it back in the fire, they get some time off of their sentence. You feel me? Not to mention, most of them are only making $1 a day. But most of those guys are happy to be out of the prison, right? So you got to realize something. Most of these first responders, as far as firefighters out here, are prisoners. They're not putting that on the line, though. You feel me? They're not putting that over the airway. That most of these cats saving this land that we live in, a lot of them are people that society has forgot about, but they willing to put their life on the line to put out a fire. You feel me? That needs to be said. 90% of them, bro.
Let me ask you a question, man. As someone that is there, how do you feel about the cancellation of a lot of the insurance policies 6 months ago?
Before the
All right, check this out. The accuracy of that is kind of off, okay? It's not necessarily a law that was passed, but peep gang, check this out. Like, I don't know if y'all seen these Car Shield commercials, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
ICE doing the commercials about get your car, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, like, if it's over 20 miles.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm not hating on Car Shield. ICE ain't got nothing to do with that, right? But guess what? Car Shield don't even operate in California. You cannot use that in California. So what I'm saying is there's so many different things. There you go. You feel me? So some areas already have issues, right? Yeah. Now, mind you, my bro K, he lived in Miami with me, right? So in Miami, bro, we have what? Florida wind insurance, right? For hurricane. You got your regular insurance, but you got to get FWA, right? Florida wind insurance, right? For hurricane. Out here, depending on where you live at, if you live at, like I live at the top of a hill. Thank God for that. You know what I'm saying? I live at the top of a hill, so I'm not around a lot of basins of brush, right? So I'm a little more protected. But those people that live at the base, like in Palisades, they live at the base of a mountain. Most of those people have to seek, external insurances for stuff like that. Not to mention, some of our insurances only cover earthquake up to so much damage, right? So you got to get extra insurance there. Now, what they're throwing around by saying some companies canceled, well, yeah, they probably said we're not going to renew in your zip code. That doesn't mean you can't get it. You see what I'm getting at?
Gotcha.
So it's just maybe those certain companies maybe said we're not doing that in your zip code anymore, or we're not doing it in your area anymore.
Yeah,
And maybe that's what happened, because I know several of our people, you know, we have additional insurance. You see what I'm getting at? For the earthquakes or for the fires or for like wind events. And yeah, it adds to your premium, but you got to find the right company. So yeah, that right there, what the news is doing with that, it's kind of scary, because I'm out here watching the news like, dude, be honest with y'all, not that y'all care, and not that these people that are hurt should care either. Man, we ain't been able to watch regular TV for 7 days almost.
Wow.
Because on every station, it's all news, right? Like major news, right? And what I'm watching out here that is probably not being broadcast unless somebody puts it on YouTube and put it out there. I've seen Governor Newsom get on the airways and say, this is not about political power. It's about Republicans and Democrats bearing together to help each other out. And this is not about kissing feet. He's saying that because 6 years ago, when old boy was in office, well, not 6 years ago, I think it was his first term, like the second year of his first term, we had a major fire called the Woolsey Fire, right?
Yeah.
And this one was started by this one was started by an electronic. What was it? It wasn't a power plant, but it was like some kind of. It was an electricity fire. Let's put it that way. Nobody started it. Electrical wires malfunctioned and started a huge fire that damn near burned down my home. Right? It burned down almost all of Woodland Hills on the left side, West Hills, and Calabasas. Right? That fire was when Governor Newsom reached out and was asking for what they call federal aid. Right? Blah blah blah. Right?
And
Trump
said no.
basically came on the air and was like, no. Like, y'all got to do this. Y'all got to do that. So that's where, now listen, look how petty we are in politics. Governor Newsom just said this 2 days ago. He remembered what the old boy said.
Yeah.
And he got on the airways and was like, our dear President Joe Biden was on over here in the California area, and he did not bat an eye. He went ahead and said he would refund us for all of our expenditures, blah, blah, blah. And on top of that, we didn't have to kiss his feet. Now, mind you, man, we are fighting fires. This man on TV being petty. Now, I ain't saying I'm Democrat or Republican, but you can tell it's something going on here in California.
Yeah.
Not to mention we're a major Democratic area, but you got to understand something. If y'all don't believe me, you used to have somebody on y'all show called The Black Republican, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if y'all do y'all research, the areas that have burnt up the most are heavily Republican areas. Now, we're not going to get in.
Karma.
Is that when Joe Biden got on the airways this past day and was like, this is a record. And now, mind you, I hate when people talk in the record form, because old boy started that. Donald Trump started that. This is a record and all that crap. But Joe Biden did say this is the record for the first time that we've ever given 100% back to a state that went to a state of emergency and needed federal aid or whatever. He said, we're going to reimburse California 100%. He signed that 2 days ago. Now, when does old boy get inaugurated?
In 10
Mark
days.
my word, watch something come from that. Watch something come from that. Watch him either repeal it or watch him something different. It's a reason they're putting this in our faces. And so
either that or he's going to take credit for it.
Well, he definitely, the thing about this, if he takes credit for it, he's going to contradict what he said his first term. And I'm hoping he does take credit for it so we can, but man, come on, man, look what we in. That man done contradicted himself so much, don't nobody care. They're like, whatever, he didn't mean it. So it's not going to matter. But I'm telling y'all, it is political out here, bro. It really is, man. Not to mention, a lot of people are not paying attention to where's the next Olympics at?
Exactly.
Here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The next Olympics is here, bro.
Yeah.
So all of this stuff going on is going on for a reason, man.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to hear from the source, a different source than what the news said. What I want to ask you about also, it just pops up. The situation with all these drones, we're seeing it in Cali.
Out here in Cali.
Yeah. What is it about?
That drone stuff here, the drone stuff that happened in New Jersey is more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out here is not that interesting because you got to
Oh.
realize something. A lot of the people that do movies out here, and they do what they
Okay.
call y'all. You got some good people on the show, including the proprietor of it, that y'all know how to do the filming thing, right?
Mm.
Well, out here, when they're looking for B-real stuff, traffic,
Yeah.
houses, you don't no
Okay.
longer have to rent a helicopter.
Okay.
A lot of
True.
shows and a lot of movies used to have to lease or rent helicopters to go get what they would call their B-roll footage.
Okay.
So out here, the drones don't alarm us as much because there's a lot of up and coming directors or poor directors, if you will, or financially
Yeah.
strapped directors that they'll put a drone in the air and get some B-real stuff real quick.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't look at the drone stuff as bad.
Okay.
As
It's
a
a
matter of fact,
movie.
if you guys go to Beverly Hills, more than likely it could be a filming. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't be alarmed if I saw one. But
Oh.
what's interesting, man, is if you go to Beverly Hills now, guess
Yeah.
what, y'all? Beverly Hills is policed by drone.
Oh, the police by drone.
Yeah, as soon as you pull into Beverly Hills, any one of the entrances of Beverly Hills, you'll see a big old road sign. This area is monitored by drone, whatever it's called, and it's just letting you know everything is
Okay.
watched in Beverly Hills. So that's why out here we probably not tripping on the drones too much. Not to
Yeah.
mention that Elon Musk guy, he moved up out of here. So conspiracies out here is not really we ain't really on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but on the East Coast that's a little different though, because I know about drones, man. We just had a drone orchestra show out here that was beautiful, where they did like a firework thing with drones, right?
Yeah.
Out on the East Coast, I would be more shocked at the drone usage because of the weather.
Okay.
Not snow, but about the temperature. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, no, I haven't personally, I haven't heard anything about us to be alarmed about drones or anything. So I can't really speak to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Well,
Dr. Johnson.
Listen, I gotta thank you for because yo, how you're explaining it right now makes a lot more sense on how things are spreading and how things are operating out there.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah. It's really political, brother. It really is, man. It's sad too. Because people are dying, bro.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Listen, shout out to Khalil too. I spoke to Khalil and a friend of his lost their family home out there.
Yeah.
You know, so
Now, that's the Altadena fire. And Altadena and Pasadena, that is one of the oldest communities. And a lot of people don't know about. A lot of people don't realize, and I don't know if we're over my time, but a lot of people don't realize that.
Okay.
Now, you just
You know
cut
what I'm
out
saying?
the last part.
You cut out that. Repeat
Oh,
that.
my bad. A lot of people don't realize that Pasadena and Altadena was one of the oldest communities for Black entrepreneurs.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Back in the day when they first started making money. Like, think about this. I know several very wealthy men that are Black that their mother and father moved them from Compton, moved them from Inglewood, moved them from Watts to Pasadena. So there are so many people that have been in Pasadena since 1940 and 1950. You feel me? So yeah, a lot of family homes have burned down. And lastly, man, the scariest part, and I'd like to thank you, man, for reaching out to me, man, and checking, make sure I was good. Yes, I really appreciate you for that, brother. But a lot of people don't realize, man, that there's so many people out here because of the weather. They're like mobilely challenged, like wheelchairs and stuff.
Right.
There are so many people that passed away in Altadena that they're not telling y'all.
Wow.
Because there's so many people that lived in communities where everything was flat. If you get what I'm saying, like it was wheelchair accessible, all that stuff. Because they're older people.
Right.
Adult wellness.
And can you imagine a lot of them people? Yeah, a lot of them people didn't get out, bro. Sorry, man, they didn't. So this is ugly, bro. And not to mention, mind you, none of these fires are natural fires.
Yeah.
They started from something. That doesn't mean that they're not being investigated as arsonists, right? Arson, right? But they did not start from dry. Remember, it just sucks how the news reports stuff. What they don't understand is we are at threat if the Santa Ana winds come in the summertime. because
Yeah.
of the dry heat and all the dry vegetation. We're never at risk for the wildfires when it's cold. Because why? Every night, man, y'all been out here. Y'all know at nighttime it's like 40 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have dew on the ground, right? We have dew on the vegetation. It ain't no way that dried out that quick to start a fire. Come on, bro.
So what about this situation? Because we have clips of it saying about this new city they're planning to build. So that has nothing to do with this fire.
Man, y'all got to realize something. See,
Yeah.
that's what's crazy about how people want to put stuff out to get clicks on their website.
Okay.
Brother,
Yeah.
if all the fires started in Watts,
Yeah.
Inglewood,
Yeah.
Compton, yeah, now we talking about that. Because
Okay.
all of those infrastructures are on certain grids.
Yeah.
All of those infrastructures are on a grid, a power grid, that if they turned it into a smart city, the amount of money they could make would definitely help with gentrification and everything. Man,
Yeah.
these fires are happening where people are rich as hell.
Yeah.
And man, I'll be honest with you, bro. I've lived here 18 years, bro.
Yeah.
I've been to Palisades, up in the mountains where the fire is. I've been there one time for a golf event. No, we don't really, only people go up there are people that live there. And most of those people that live there are very wealthy.
Okay.
So I don't buy the smart city thing for real. When y'all came out to my crib was the first smart building in Woodland Hills. Remember I was telling y'all that, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
LED lighting, my gas bill was like $9 a month. My electricity bill was like $8 a month. Like my building that I used to have was like the first smart building in Woodland Hills. Now, mind you, they are building more of them.
At that time, I would love to live on that building, bro.
No, for real, bro. My gas bill. One time I opened my gas bill and it was wintertime. Man, my gas bill was 78 cents. I'm not lying to you. Because it was a waterless heat tank. I mean, it's a waterless tank, right? Man, living in the smart building ain't no joke, bro. Wi-Fi never went down. Like, dude,
Tell him where.
smart buildings are amazing.
Doctor, tell him where you're talking about. California, huh? Cali.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Smart buildings is where it's at, man. I still got that play. I ain't letting that go at all. But not to mention, most of the smart buildings have what we now know as Google Fiber and AT&T Fiber. So if it was to be to build a big new smart city, man, it would start in the epicenters. It would start where major transportation is. You know what I'm saying? It would start there where they really trying to get people to move or make it a smart city. But I don't see. Somebody just said that to me earlier today. One of my patients said to me, I was like, nah, I don't give that any validation because where most of these houses are burning, it's kind of rural anyway in a big city. If you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's up the hill. You know what I'm saying? That Eden fire, the Altadena, Pasadena fire, they call the Eden fire. Like, dude, that's like right down the street from the Rose Bowl. And if anybody's ever been to a Rose Bowl game, it's almost ancient, archaic ways over there, bro. Like they're older cities. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know how much they would benefit by burning down the houses. Now, mind y'all, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this unless y'all got more questions. What people do not understand is when your house is in ruins or you lost your house to fire, whatever, what ends up happening is adjusters, faulty insurance people, and faulty realtors come around as they start to clean the debris up and drop their cards and drop information for you to contact them. My friend out in Pasadena, she wrote one of the greatest Facebook posts when it comes to this fire. She said, do not sign anything and do not sell your land. Make sure you exacerbate every chance to rebuild on your land that you own before you sign anything. Because the Malibu fire that people don't talk about that happened darn near probably like 4 or 5 months ago, the real big one, there are so many people that had been living in Malibu for at least, their family had lived there for 100 years probably. And now that property's gone, those older people, instead of rebuilding, instead of, going through the rigmarole trying to start over again, they just sell. And guess what happens now? A $4 million property now turns into a $20 million property. So what people got to understand about these fires is, guess what, man? They ain't making no more new land out here in Cali. So guess what they doing?
Bill.
And that ain't no conspiracy theory.
Yeah. Yeah.
That ain't, man. They not building any new land. So what's better to do? Take out the land that's already good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember how it was in Louisiana as well. You know what I'm saying? Different circumstances, but same scenario. Same scenario.
Yeah, man. And the worst part about this world is that when we do have a catastrophic event, the human brain always wants to find the reason for it, right? The human brain always wants to blame somebody for it. And y'all can hear this from old Doc. Yesterday, when that damn thing came across my phone talking about evacuate, and I knew somebody said that. Man, I went and grabbed extra bullets. I don't know if I can say that on your show. Man, I was like, I'm ready to hurt somebody. You feel me? But think about that. How stupid was that? Like, I'm really gonna find a person that did it, right? But I'm just saying, my brain wanted somebody to automatically pay for what I was dealing with, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying that to say this: most of these catastrophes that happen, and some people try to link them, they really their brain is just trying to find an explanation for the travesty. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'll tell you this much: these fires have been going on way before this one. This one just happens to be one of the biggest ones, and there's so many of them that don't get reported. But there are all kind of reasons for them, man. Because you got to think, man, if you got people that have lived in these nice areas where the areas have a good view of the ocean, right? Or the areas have a good view of downtown LA, and they won't move. You think somebody don't want to spark a match up there?
Now you got another way to get it out. Gentrification to start all over.
You feel me?
Yeah,
but they don't want to talk about it. But, man, I'm going to tell you something, man. It's scary out here, bro. Like, really scary, bro. It is so scary because, like, you can't even sleep out here without fear of thinking if another fire is going to start because there's so many copycats.
Yeah. So your day-to-day movement for everyone going to work and all that, is that still a regular day-to-day movement, or is that on pause?
No, not at all. Not at all, man. PCH is closed. So you know where I live, where my other house was? I'm like literally down the street from here on the top of the hill.
Yeah.
That right there, you saw the 101 from the rooftop, right? That right there, hell. Because guess what? You can't take PCH anymore to get into LA. So now everybody has to come through my crib, man. Boy, that traffic is crazy. So now it's bad out here when it comes to travel.
And it was bad before. So
you already know. You already know. But we just trying to keep good spirits, man, and just try to love on each other, man, and try to help us wherever we can, man, as far as like donating money, donating food, donating clothes and stuff like that, man.
Yeah, for real, man.
Yo, I'm gonna shout you out tomorrow. Like I said before, I'm gonna hit you up so we can chop it up on the side note. Yo, I want to definitely thank you for chiming in and giving us the update on everything that was going on out there. And man, brother, stay safe. You know, I had hit you up. I hit up Khalil, Arlene, a couple of other heads that I know out there also to just check on everyone to make sure everyone was safe and everything. Because, you know, you family and I, of course, all the family that was out there where we went to go check over in Crenshaw area as well, just making sure everyone was good on that side of town as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just to make
it's
sure.
All love, my brother.
Yeah, but
I appreciate y'all, man. Keep us in y'all prayers.
Yeah,
all day, man. All day. Be safe, and I'm gonna check in with you also tomorrow just to check.
No doubt.
All right.
I appreciate y'all, man.
All day, man. God bless. And listen, I want to thank you for updating the audience with the actual news and not what we seeing on TV. You're in the midst of everything, and you breaking everything down for us is educating us on a different level than us just seeing what they're reporting. So I want to thank you for that.
Exactly.
All right.
No doubt, man.
All right,
no
family.
doubt.
God bless as always, brother.
No doubt. Love, man. See y'all.
All right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we always get good messages and good facts from Dr. Johnson, man. But now we have a little time left, but we're gonna talk about our.
Before we get to it, John, you had something that you wanted to briefly discuss before we get to the major topic.
Briefly discuss what?
Skit.
The skit, yeah. I need you to play something for me real quick. And there's a reason why I'm playing this. This actually has something to do with the major topic of what we're going into next.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say major topic because everything tonight is major.
It's just, it's major. That's what saying, you know.
All right, so I'm gonna play it out right now.
Yeah, just play this real quick. And this is for all my brothers and sisters out there. This is just something to think about when we talk about the next segment. But go ahead.
You could argue that the Klan is contributing to the problem, no?
No, the Klan ain't contributing to the problem. You can just sit back and let the blacks do their own job. I mean, let them keep killing each other in record numbers. We ain't got to, the Klan ain't got to go out and kill blacks no more. We just drop off some liquor in their town and some guns, and they do it themselves. If it was my option every weekend, I would go up to Chicago with a big truck full of whiskey and crack, marijuana, and a ton of guns and bullets and tell them, have at it, and just drop it off right in the middle of town. And then go home and watch them on Monday morning news and laugh the whole time.
Now, keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind. Because see, again, on the platforms like this, it's a uphill battle to educate your people on a day-to-day. If we're talking the ratchetness, we're talking the love of hip-hop situations or situations like that, your numbers is out the roof. When you start to educate people, it's an uphill battle. It's like pushing a boulder uphill. So with that in mind, keep that in mind of what the Klansman said, that he doesn't have to do it anymore.
Leave us to do ourselves.
You do it for yourself. That is just a reflection that we have to take in account now when we look in the mirror and say, we have to make changes now. We got to make changes now. Now, with that in mind, we'll move into the next segment, and I'm going to tell you why that situation there plays into this next situation. But go ahead.
Yeah, the next situation, we're going to talk about AP in the building still, man. Yeah, we're going to talk about our friend, our brothers, our sister, our neighbors, and that is Haiti.
Right.
Yeah. It's our brothers, our sisters, our, friends, everything to us. But one of the things I've been we always notice is that we're all Caribbean. Most of we're Caribbean here.
Yeah.
But we have neglect to other Caribbeans. I'm putting myself. We have a lot of things that we stereotype our own Caribbean people with. And now we're hearing that Haiti's the new Wakanda. That's what they call it. That's sitting on a lot of.
I'm gonna let AP.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to AP, the treasure that Haiti is sitting on.
First off, because we're Haitians and Jamaicans here, right?
Yeah.
And many times I don't think that if Haitians and Jamaicans knew the synergy that Haitians and Jamaicans had for the revolution, which was in 1804, there was a gentleman named Dirty Bookman who assisted the kings in Haiti that fought alongside to fight for freedom. So there's a lot of closeness and stuff, but just like the Klansman just said, if we understood and based that off of things from way back, we'd be stronger than we are now. Even though we do have a lot of strong ties, but then we know that there are certain things in both cultures that keep us in arm's length from one another. But as to what you're talking about, tomorrow will be the 15th year anniversary of the earthquake that killed 560,000 people in Haiti. And just take that number. 560,000 people died from that earthquake. That's bigger than any other natural disaster that's happened for the past 20 plus years. But you don't hear anything about it like that, right?
And you say tomorrow's the anniversary of that earthquake.
Yes. And the crazy thing is, from that earthquake, what started happening was you started seeing a lot of government, United States government people and businesses were buying land rights and mining rights in Haiti.
Mm.
And people really didn't understand. Some people thought it was just because they wanted to figure out how the earthquake came about and so on and so forth. But you have over 300 some odd mining rights that are in Haiti right now,
Yeah.
right? That people have been mining. And I said this last week, but if you guys remember 4 or 5 years ago when Kanye West brought Elon Musk over to Haiti,
Mm.
and people really didn't understand it, like what is Kanye doing with this man in Haiti? Because Kanye was going for the textiles, which um, there are a lot of things that are made in Haiti, but that
Mm.
they don't say made in Haiti. For example, 95% of the baseballs that
Yeah.
say made in the USA are
Yeah.
made in Haiti. Um, most of
T-shirt.
the wind tab tablets,
Mm-hmm.
uh, about 75% of the tablets that are inside of BrandsMart, for example, come from Haiti. The ones
Hmm.
that are no, for real, the ones that are not Apple,
I'm listening. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but like Amazon tablets and stuff like that. A lot of your Hanes clothing, a lot of things like that. Purdue
Heineken.
chicken, hi, yeah, that's a whole other thing. You got your Heineken, like they even make Red Stripe in Haiti.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yeah. Yeah.
because Red Stripe and the Haitian beer are all owned by Heineken now, for example.
Wow.
Um, yeah, which is tied into Digicel.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest office of Digicel in the Caribbean is in Haiti, next to the Marriott Hotel, which is funded by the Clintons, the Bush, and Digicel.
We
Yep.
we we we. How many of us know about this city? How
They
many
don't.
know about
They,
this?
they, they, they
We see
don't.
the footprints. We see the earthquake areas. We see all that. That's the only news we see about Haiti.
Right, but you heard what the Klansman said, right? The Klansman said we
Yeah,
drop off
the guns
bullets,
over there.
guns,
Yeah,
alcohol, and place them out and let them destroy. There's one thing, about the destruction and stuff that's going on in Haiti right now, right? There's one way to simplify all that, right? If they just did a mass ban on ammunition, it would shut everything down.
yeah.
Forget about the gun ammunition.
The
Just do a
supply.
whole out blitz on ammunition throughout the country. You would shut down everything.
Mm,
But it's not going to happen. You got the Dominican Republic officials in the armed forces selling ammunition to Haiti for the past 6 years,
mm.
smuggling into the country for the past 6 years, right? But steady deporting people back to Haiti every day in cages,
Yep.
right? But right in that the line that divides the countries, you have mining companies. You have mining companies. Now Haiti is the second most rich place for iridium. Iridium
Mm.
is what's used in tablets, cell phones, um, all of
Airplanes.
Tesla's, airplanes,
Yeah,
anything rechargeable. You need
yeah,
iridium,
yeah.
right?
Especially the
But
5G
but but
phones. Yeah.
but the type of iridium, which is the most precious iridium, is the one that comes from Haiti, and it goes stems back from years and years and years ago, from when there was a meteor that came hit into
Mountainsides.
the mountainsides, right? And if you looked at a map and you saw the whole of Hispaniola, which is Haiti and Dominican Republic, you'll look at it and you'll be like, man, the mountainous side, it looks like Dominican Republic has
More.
majority of
Yeah.
of the island, but
Mm-hmm.
Haiti has the most mountainous part of the island, and the small part of Haiti. Guess what's so much inside that's not in Dominican Republic? Huh. Iridium.
Mm.
Imagine that, right? So how that happens, and not only do you have iridium, you have a large large areas where you have some of the purest gold
Yeah.
known to man as well. You've got
Yeah.
nickel, you've got silver, and you've got it's a specific type of diamond that is only found in the Caribbean. It's only found in Haiti
Yeah.
and parts of Cuba. But when you look at the things that happen here in the United States, like the McDuffie riots and things that happen in certain areas, Tulsa, places like that, they let these things happen to the area so it could get so bad, so they could come in
Capitalize. Yeah.
and talk about, oh yeah, we're gonna make it all right for you. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. But plenty, the Haitian airport has been closed down now for 2.5 months in Port-au-Prince.
Mm.
But you know what flies in there every day? The
Privates.
not no privates, no privates. Those big
UN.
no, not UN, not even UN. The American
Oh,
um
the bomb.
the,
The big U.S.
the big things that you could drive the cars into.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
the army and them
Yeah,
stuff. The
yeah,
Yeah.
B-210 bombers and
yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
They flying in every day, every
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
day, every day. And you know it can't be so much that they're dropping off all the artillery vehicles needed to combat the gangs, because if that
No.
was the case, then they'd have so many vehicles and stuff, and there's a lack of vehicles to be able to go into those areas. And
Mm.
another thing is American embassies. Haiti has the third largest American embassy in the world.
Oh my God.
See, all that
In
information is not out there.
in the world. This is the world now.
So
All
every
that information is not
yeah.
out there.
All right. So
See?
America is one of the places that they have an embassy, and other one I think is it's Saudi Arabia or somewhere in the Middle East,
Yeah.
Mhm.
right? But Haiti is the third largest. Okay, so
Mm.
if you know anything about when they in 1966 when they came and they raided the Haitian banks and the gold reserve, they took a couple of $1 billion in gold and money, billions in gold and millions of dollars, and they put them in their embassies before they started funneling it back to the United States and to Europe. And those funds started places like Citibank, City National Bank, um, and Citicorp,
Mm.
all started from the funds of Haiti, just like the Eiffel Tower was funded by Haiti. The taxes and everything that Haiti paid back, they built the Eiffel Tower from that, and still
Mm.
functioning and making money off of that. And it all goes back to the precious metals and everything that they rightfully want to get a piece of now.
Yeah.
Because once again, while people are warring and things are going on, that's when other people are sitting there filling up their pockets. Whenever there's a tragedy,
Mm.
there's money to be made. Like
Yeah.
when the earthquake happened, there
Yeah.
was a worldwide pledge of 17 to 20 billion dollars. How much of that money do you think has come to Haiti?
To
No.
build they buy tents.
No, no, no. Listen, not
They
even
they
not
didn't
even
even
a
get that.
billion dollars. Not even $1 billion has gone to the Haitian
Right.
economy at
Yeah.
all. All those monies that were pledged went to the Clinton Bush Foundation and
Mm-hmm.
have been in banks
Yep.
collecting, collecting interest, collecting. But they steady said that Wyclef stole money. They
Mm-hmm.
steady said that all these other people stole money. None of the money that was pledged in the earthquake has gone to the Haitian government at all. None of
Mm.
it. Not one. The Haitian government has made money off of um, the former president of Venezuela,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the other main way that Haiti made money was off of the tax on tickets, plane tickets. So if your ticket to go to Haiti was $370, the tax on there was about $200, 270, and the rest was for the plane, right? So that's why they were making a lot of money. So when you see them shutting down the airport and saying, "Oh, it's because one of our planes had a one bullet hole in
Mm.
it," but that doesn't count for a lot because Texas had a plane that got hit with a bullet 2 months ago, and they didn't shut down nothing.
Yeah.
But
Nope.
there's a way to squeeze Haiti to say,
Yeah.
okay, well, you're going to need something real soon because yesterday or today, actually, the gangs took over the port again, where the boats can't even bring in anything on the into
And into the
the
country, in the port. Yeah.
into the ports in Port-au-Prince, right?
Yeah.
So that's gas, textiles, food,
Yeah.
And
everything.
things that's needed.
And
Yeah.
they're just watching these dudes killing each other, and it's
You just
crazy.
heard the Ku Klux Klanman say what
Yeah.
he said, right?
Yeah.
So when you have a previous president sit there and say shithole countries are like Haiti, those Caribbean countries, he named Jamaica as being one of those places. He named Cuba as being one of those places. He named Puerto Rico as being one of those places, right? But the thing is, we as a whole don't come together.
That's the
Everybody
problem.
wants to make sure that it's like, oh no,
Yeah.
I'm not them, or
Yeah.
I'm not the Haitian people. Oh no, that's
Yeah.
the Haitian people
That's
that he
what I
said the
said.
shithole.
Mm.
I don't eat cats and dogs, but listen, huh,
Yeah.
he's an equal opportunist, man. You
Mm.
know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
soon people are gonna understand more than they believe and understand if anything else because um like he said, he gets into power. So when he gets into power, how do you think he's going to use and treat those countries? And a little known fact, he has a daughter named Tiffany Trump.
Mm.
Mm.
You know, his daughter Tiffany Trump. She's married to this guy. His last name is Bulos.
Mm.
The Bulos family is one of the uh, oligarch families in Haiti, rich families and everything.
Mm.
You wouldn't even know that this man is Haitian Syrian. You've never
Mm.
heard it in anything, right?
No.
Now, Trump made the father of his son-in-law the ambassador. He's going to be the ambassador to Syria.
So
Okay.
strategic planning. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. So they play dumb, so you can never sit there and say, "Hey, this and that." But you got Elon Musk who needs a place that's closer than
Okay.
South Africa or
Yeah.
all the
Mm.
way in Africa to get all the things that he needs for the stuff that's happening in now he's moved his whole infrastructure to Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Texas is closer to Haiti than it is from Texas or California to
Hey,
Africa,
Africa.
Mm.
right? So you have a lot of implications and stuff going on. And even in Haiti, a couple of months ago, there was a big thing that near Wanamet, which is the border of Dominican Republic and Haiti,
Mm.
um, they were trying to stop the Haitians from having a actual vessel, a canal, so water could flow in, right? But little do people know is there's a company called Unigold that's on the Dominican Republic side where they're mining for gold and
Yeah.
precious
Yeah.
metals,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But they were fighting because they didn't really want the canal to be there because if the canal's there, they have to start testing the water. If they start
Mm.
testing the water, then they're going
Right.
to start seeing sediments and
Mm.
things that are being drilled,
Mm.
Mm.
right? So all those things correlate. So you'd rather have people with no water, vegetation to build up anything, because it does two things. It means that Haiti has to depend more on Dominican Republic, because Haiti buys 75 to 80% of all goods that are made in Dominican Republic.
Imported. Yeah.
So
So
if you
you don't think we know that a lot of drilling is going on in Haiti. You don't
yeah,
think some of them drilling is part of the earthquake situation?
many people think that it did affect
Mm.
um some way somehow, because the quake was so large, and how it affected people. Um, and I tell you, after it happened, and when I went there, there are certain places that are still in the same way
I'm gone. Hey P, you still there?
up.
Okay.
To, to,
Right.
it's going to take 25 years to clean up, just to clean up what the earthquake has done. And people
Yeah.
laughed. People laughed, and still there's still cleaning up being done. The palace still hasn't been fixed. Certain buildings and stuff like that still haven't been fixed. But the sheer number of 560,000 people dead
Mm.
um, from an earthquake, because I was there for the aftershock.
And the numbers of people from this killing, and it's the what's happening now, and
Yeah,
it's just keep going and going for Haiti, you know.
So, all
yeah,
right. So let me add. So, okay, check this out now, and that's the reason why I had to play the little soundbite with the Klansman,
Mm.
because just like how he can kind of figure out certain things, and it's not to say it's somewhat the same, but I'm just saying if we do a timeline situation and understand certain things. Now, AP, you know your history on um, the independence of Haiti and how the French and everything, how it all came about with them having to pay back France and different things like that in order to keep
yes,
that portion of the independence portion. But remember now, with France, France already knew ahead of time because they came prepared, okay, first of all, to fight this situation. They had the artillery. They knew that Haiti had you had no options really. So you're gonna you're gonna have to abide basically by this contract that I'm putting in front of you, or else. So now when Haiti is saying, okay, well, we'll just pay you, and they give their price and everything, that's because they already set the game up.
Yeah.
The game was already set up.
Yeah.
And you see, fast forward now, in these present times, or even from the times with the Klansmen and all, it's the same thing. We now, as a people, need to start uniting and understand what's in front of us. It's no different from when we see these clothing brands and they make certain remarks or they have certain images, and then we say we're not gonna support them, and then 2 weeks later we're back at it again. They
Yeah.
have the same mindset to understand that, yo, it's already set up.
Yeah.
They
yeah,
already in
yeah,
their comfort zone. They need us. They need the Louis. They need the Buoys. They need the Gooeys
yeah,
and all these
yeah.
ones, right? To
But
make them feel like there's somebody at this point. Because the thing what I want to know now, like for instance, right now, even with everything that's going on with the zoes and everything like that, with information like this, why are not only the Haitian community but the Caribbean itself not getting all this vital information?
Yeah.
Why
We're
is this information being held back? And if that's the case now, with them having this rich mineral there, who's controlling it? Because for the price line for all this, Haiti itself should be Wakanda at this point right now.
everybody who's doing even Jamaica is gonna do this year, 2025. They're gonna do offshore drilling in Jamaica,
listen, and that's a good question. 'Cause I'll
and
tell
that's
you.
gonna be a
So
problem too.
you guys have heard of CARICOM, right?
Yeah. I know about CARICOM.
Okay, so CARICOM is the one that finally adjusted their slow behind to assist Haiti. But this is what they did. They said, okay, we see what's happening. This is what we're going to do. We're going to put together a council of 9 people, and those 9 people are going to be the presidential board of Haiti that are going to work with a new prime minister.
Mm.
And if Haiti does that, then we will assist them in whatever they need. So basically, all the Caribbean countries came together and put together a council for Haiti to be able to go forward with.
And this was
And
yesterday.
no, this was
Okay.
a couple of months ago when they got rid of the last prime minister.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, and pretty much were dictating how things were supposed to go in Haiti. Now these are people that don't care a lick of what's going on, but they understand that there's money associated to it,
Mm.
right? But they're not going to out loudly say, "Oh, well, there's money involved, so we're gonna do this and this." They said it in, "Oh, for our safety of our countries,
Mm.
we're going to assist now because we don't want the overflow to be
Come.
coming back to our countries." And if
Yeah.
anybody knows anything, nobody's going to other Caribbean countries, and no, it's going to the United States, or you staying home for the most part, or you go to Brazil where there's opportunity to go and work, right?
Yeah.
So now you have these countries like Suriname and Guyana and Guadeloupe. We got 2 Jamaican people on the CARICOM board.
Okay.
So all these people are trying to dictate, but that is one of their one thing that they said was in the Council of 9, no gang representative can be part of the Council of 9.
Mm.
Okay. And to understand the situation with the gangs and why the gangs are still fighting is because all they said, we will put down our guns, we will stop doing all these kidnappings, all this craziness. All we want is a representative on the the council.
Mm.
They said no,
And that's
so
why.
they kept going on
Yeah.
because they gave the gang leaders full immunity. They were going to give them full immunity. You're not going to get arrested or anything like that. But they said, okay, great, but we want to be part of the resolution of what's going on. They said no. So they kept on going and doing what they're doing right now. And
Mm.
they're not going to stop until they have representation on that Council of 9.
Meaning,
Basically,
meaning the gang
period.
leader, the
Yeah,
gangs.
but
The
listen, it
gangs,
only makes
yes.
sense. It only would make sense. I always said, and put it into perspective with Jamaica, if I was prime minister, right? First thing I would do in office, I'm going to every garrison, I'm going to everywhere, and I'm gonna sit down with everybody and ask them, yo, how we gonna solve this problem? Right? Because
Yeah.
obviously you have an issue and how you're solving it. We got to come to a compromise on certain things. So I have to sit down and now look at it from your lens. Sit down and look at it from your shoes and figure out, say, all right, if it was me and I didn't have certain what's the word I'm looking for? Certain things provided to me, right? Then I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get these things, right? And it's not always the right way, but it's a form of survival. So
Mm.
now, if we work with each other, I now can understand why he's doing what he's doing, and if we work with each other, then we can have a middle ground on certain things. I'm not just gonna
Mm.
make you give you access to just say just run wild and everything, but at the same time, I do need to sit down with them to find out what's the problem and how we're gonna solve it. You understand? So I would
Yeah.
allow them to sit on the council because then they could tell me their frustration and what's going on. and we reach a compromise. Now, if it's a guy that feel like he gonna come on the council and start bullying or something, then now we're gonna have to show him something else. But at the same time, diplomatically, it makes sense to sit down with each and every one of these individuals to figure
Yeah.
out what.
I think a sit down, but putting them on the council, I don't believe in that.
Why wouldn't
you? Listen, why wouldn't you? Because let me. Okay, look. If the United States could be part of the people dictating what the council should be doing, and they've killed more people than anybody else, guess what?
It's a game.
That's what it is. Every other country, the Europeans, the French, the British and the French, for example, they have done that. They've killed a lot of people as well.
Yes.
So it's a civil revolution, right?
Yeah. When you look at it like that, it's like.
And keep in mind, man. Listen.
Yeah.
The strongest army in the world was Napoleon's army. The strongest army in the world was defeated by individuals that did not have guns, did not have cannons. All they had were machetes, rocks, and their spiritualism. That was the only thing that they had. You hear me? So think you defeated the greatest. So there's that thought in these gang members, and people need to understand they've called them gangs, but they were all security.
They're just not in suits like the ones in suits.
Well, no, some of them. Listen, there's this one gang. There's this one gang that they have paramilitary training. They have paramilitary clothes. They have paramilitary guns. They have the actual big. We were just talking about those things today. The things that fly around.
Drones.
The drone. They got the 6-foot drones. They're not the little tiny one. They got the real drones that have artillery on them, right? So we got to ask ourselves, where are they getting this stuff? Because none of it's made in Haiti.
Yeah. The amount of guns in Jamaica, we don't make guns, man.
Exactly, 80% of the guns come from Florida. But they want.
The U.S. has always been embedded in Haiti.
Yes,
it's always been embedded.
Yes. Oh. And when you were talking about the money that they went ahead and they started paying to France, it was because that they knew how much money that they had in their coffers, right? But they did not expect that United States was come in 1952 and then 1966 and wipe out all their gold and a bunch of millions. And then what they do, they went and they got a dictator to run Haiti, and he started building everything back up, and then they helped people overthrow that dictator son. And then they tried to do what? Implement democracy in a place where democracy does not work unless you have a strict working capitalistic property behind it. And so you could see in every other place in the world where they just try to bring democracy. And yes, be democratic. Yes, come on. Okay, Iran.
So MPs, we have always heard about the choosing of 80 prime ministers. It's not just a vote. It's just they were always put in. But if CARICOM is gonna be overseeing it now, this will have to be votes, or they just place somebody.
CARICOM picked the last one, which was Gary Coney, Dr. Gary Coney.
Yeah, and he wasn't there for long.
He was there for 5 months.
5 months, I remember him.
Okay, now you know what he used to. You know who he used to work for?
Yeah,
Bill Clinton. Okay, you know who trained him? Hillary Clinton. Okay. He was a previous prime minister under Sweet Mickey, Michel Martelly, the singer, actor, guy that was okay, and he was ousted then. but they put somebody in position that knows the terrain and everything, right? But the problem is, once you get rid of that prime minister and put a new prime minister in, they have to start the whole process again. So that means that another prime minister has to get familiar with all the 9 individuals on the council, and then if you can have the dialogue with all the different gangs, the different areas where it needs to be. Like, so it's like it's being done on purpose while you telling people, oh, we got 2,000 people from Kenya coming in here to fight, when only 175 Kenyans are there, when last week you have another 160 people that came from Guatemala and El Salvador, and 20 of them are females. So you can look for the next 10 months, you're going to start seeing a different type of Haitians being born in Haiti, that are going to be Kenyan, Haitian, Salvadorian. No, listen. I'm saying this for a reason, because when the UN came into Haiti, they were doing so many things, violating women, having kids, assaulting women with they were doing really heinous things, like spraying disinfectants or whatever, and then injecting them into women to make them clean before they start, like a bunch of stuff. But that's human nature. You have people that are going into a place, they're gonna have sex. So you have a different crop of people that are going to start popping up, which are different. That's what I'm saying. Because these gangs ain't playing with nobody, man, at all. And if you think that you're going to be able to come into an area where people know, it's just like people saying, yeah, we're going to send some Miramar cops over to Tivoli Gardens to go get Gutta's family.
Yeah.
How you think that's going to work?
Yeah.
Not well.
Not well at all. They're going to be roaming around, and not even half of them will be able to leave.
No. And cleaning somebody's house in 2 days after.
Yeah. So that's basically what's happening in Haiti. You have that type.
Yeah.
But the reason why they have the El Salvadorian people is because they're the ones that eradicated MS-13. You know, so.
Yeah.
See, now here's the thing that I would love for everyone moving forward with to get a better understanding on certain things, is that, all right, take for instance right now, I think the U.S. is trying to get TikTok to sell to a U.S. company, right? So all these social media things,
banning and this
right?
banning.
So now get the whole thing, how all this stuff all intertwines with each other, because we just spoke about the smart city situation, right? And some may say conspiracy theory, some may say on a path to something, right? Everything is built off of convenience at the end of the day, right? Everything that we have that's tracking us now is off of convenience. Every single thing. Let's just hypothetically say,
we want everything easier.
Like CJ said, don't sell the land. Some people will sell it because they don't want to have the headaches of dealing with the rebuilds and you going through the rigmarole. They'll just pick up and move somewhere else, right? Something like that. So again, it's the same thing. If certain people, the higher ups that can wait it out, they build off of destruction. Everyone knows that. War, destruction, hurricanes, earthquake. People on a higher scale could wait it out because they got the funds to just throw it there and wait it out. The thing that I would like for our people to understand and get an understanding is that social media and all these different things that are giving us a visual of us, right? We are getting programmed on something that we know is idiotic and retarded. And only the small problem is only a few of us are outside of the matrix field.
Yeah.
You understand? Because our own people will feed into these same stereotypical things that we see. When you look at Haiti, off rip, you can just automatically go out into the streets and talk. Everyone is automatically thinking poor, 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 poor,
Yep.
poor, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Right?
that's all we see.
But then, just like AP broke down, if that's the case,
The
right?
richest is now the
If you really have a place that's so undeveloped, so poor, so gang ridden, so this, why all these high textile people and all these high up, these Teslas and all these different things, and people are buying the land, and you got, I don't even want to mention on the backside of the island, but okay, we're still dealing with this side of the island. Why are you investing in it? And that's the thing. The problem with it is our own brothers and sisters are not paying attention.
Hey,
yeah.
John,
Because
you
they're
want to know
so
something?
Yeah.
intertwined in the situation that they gave them automatically to just shift your focus. If you're so focused on dressing a certain way, profile, listen, I was just watching something the other day, and you know me, I don't really watch TV, but I was having something to eat. I turned it on. It was Love and Hip Hop, and they had the girl named Flo, which you know, she's you know what I'm talking about, AP. You know what I'm saying? So automatically off rip, I bought a $2 million or $3 million house. Okay, you know, people that usually want to say that stuff is people that ain't never had shit before, right?
Yeah.
But see, that's the main thing. They got you so programmed that you feel so. You come out here and you're so
high.
You so-called say you're proud to be a Haitian, right? But at the same time, you feed into all these different things where you so badly don't want to be associated with that other stigma portion of it. So you put this other side to the forefront for everyone to know that you made it. You made it. But in order to do that now, you got to separate yourself from the other ones out here. That's the same reason why I'm trying to tell you, when AP's speaking about having that gang, that so-called gang, it's not even a gang, but okay, the gang member on the board, why not?
Yeah.
That goes back to the same thing. Now, if she reaches a certain plateau, she don't want to be associated with that same person, but yet still, you're so proud to be a Haitian. When if that's the case, you understand the struggle of your people. But go ahead, AP.
For you and Q, I want before this last shutdown of the airports, the people that were traveling to Haiti by plane to Port-au-Prince every day, 76 to 80% of the people that were flying into Haiti were white. Okay, yeah, I want y'all to understand that, right?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
75 to 80% of the people that were flying to Haiti during this whole time, while they're saying people are getting kidnapped and this and that, blah blah blah, are white individuals.
Yeah.
A lot of college kids that were going on mission trips still, while people were going to kidnappings and all this stuff, right? Okay, there's one thing that people that work in NGOs, which are non-profit organizations in the Caribbean, they call them NGOs. NGOs know that whenever there's a problem, like especially people in the United Nations, if there's a problem in the Caribbean, the best place for them to go to is Haiti. Because they call it vacation paradise and a little bit of work.
You hear that,
right
folks?
Now,
Haiti, the paradise.
You have people that are flying to Cape Haitian, and they're getting a helicopter from Cape Haitian to Port-au-Prince right now because the airport isn't open yet. And the ride for the helicopter ride from Cape Haitian to Port-au-Prince is $60,000, the cheapest. $60,000 for the 9 to 11 person helicopter.
Wow.
All right. So
But
You
they
got to
paint a picture
understand.
for us.
Yes, in the
Paint
Caribbean,
a picture
there
for
were
us.
two places. Jamaica had the biggest club, the one of the best Club Meds, and Haiti was the second place that had the Club Med. When the earthquake happened, the United Nations went to the beach, took over the Club Med. So everybody that worked in the UN were staying at Club Med, which was 20 minutes out of Port-au-Prince, right
They
on the
said
beach.
that what you heard about that UN uniform. It's not really UN.
And there's one more thing too. So I just said about Digicel, right?
Yeah.
So Digicel has their telephone relay and everything set up at that beach where the Club Med was,
Mm.
right? But the problem is now that the gangs have that area, and Digicel can't get into that area unless they negotiate with the gangs. So even Digicel has to negotiate right now to function. So if all these people are functioning right now, you can't drive from certain areas to certain areas without having these things called passes, right?
Mm.
The buses need to have it, the taxis need to have it, the motorcycle guys need to have it. You pay the gangs for certain
Yeah,
areas to get those passes.
yeah. I've seen
So
it. Yeah.
if everybody's doing that, you might as well get one of these people on the board to be able to go forward and solve the problem. But you know that Caribbean hardhead, no, we're going to stay whatever, while they're sitting there doing deals with their friends, letting in people through the ports, doing what they're doing, drugs coming in here and there. But listen, man, Haiti's back to the drug spot, the drug corner of the
Yeah.
Caribbean, because
Jamaica.
these
Yeah, I
planes could
was.
land in Haiti with no problem. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was saying Jamaica is in a situation too, but it's just the politician getting richer and richer and richer. That's the
Yep.
fight in Jamaica.
Yep.
Politicians getting richer and richer. You know.
Yep.
And I was looking at some infrastructure in Jamaica, man. The housing and everything. It's beautiful, but it's not for everybody, man. The people who owns those places, they don't live in Jamaica. Lot of Airbnb, especially in the St. Anne's area, man. I was looking at some of the houses.
Huh.
They're nice private community,
Huh.
security, 24 hours patrolling, but nobody from Jamaica normally lives there. That's
So
just
now,
it.
in
That's
closing,
mm.
do you see any solutions moving forward, or do you see a coup coming again to try and take over Wakanda?
Well, first of all, there can't be any coup because there's no actual real president,
Yeah.
right? So the only thing that can happen is the new prime minister that's there right now is starting to forcibly go after the gangs, right? But that's only going to do one or two things. It's going to irritate them more, right? Because he's beholden to the 9 people that are on the council are all representative of different sectors in Haiti. So the you got the light skinned Haitians, and you got the mulatto Haitians, and you got all of those people are represented in the 9, right? And until there's an understanding that if we don't get these individuals who are turning our city, the capital city, because once again, this is just happening in Port-au-Prince. Because just imagine if something was just happening in Kingston, in Jamaica, how much would that affect all of Jamaica?
Yeah,
yeah, but this situation in Haiti, it's serious, it's major, but these things can be solved by military from forces from other countries, but they're just not getting involved.
They don't want to get
all these gangs can be fixed in Haiti, and it wouldn't take not a lot. to
Yeah,
fix
but
it.
the problem
3,
would
4
be that
ships,
the
and
problem
it
would
would be
be
settled.
but the problem would be that America doesn't want to get responsibility for
Exactly.
being the individuals that go out and kill Haitians
Exactly.
on their land,
Exactly.
right?
And that's why it's happening. And
Yes,
it
so that's why they're going and they're getting everybody else's people to come in and start killing Haitians, so they could just say, "Hey, all we did was just fund it."
yeah.
But
Well,
in 10 days, guess what, guys? In 10
Mm,
days, that man is not going to be funding any more money to Haiti. So
mm,
what's going to happen to all those individuals that are there now? What's going to happen is it's going to spiral into a worse situation
mm.
because DeSantis ain't going to stop the guns from flowing.
yeah, we've seen that before.
So,
I mean, the
so what
history.
yeah. So in closing, we
Mhm.
just get some facts about the fire situation in Cali, some facts about Haiti. You put in a the clip you play about what the clue guy there said,
KKK.
the KKK, about dropping off guns
Say that 3 times.
in the neighborhood. What you want me to say? The KKK. We see that situation,
Oh.
and it's not just Chicago.
I've
Those things was happening.
I have also watched the video in Ghana that I don't know the amount, but let's just say 1,000 Caucasians went to Ghana and now are citizens of Ghana.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Last week.
Yeah. But
how much?
I don't know
The estimate.
the estimate,
Yeah.
but I'll just say 1,000.
Because Ghana is calling us.
But
Mhm.
they're not calling us.
They
They're
actually
not
said,
calling us.
yeah, but Kenya have mentioned it. The Caribbean will welcome you, come your citizen.
Yeah, but you hear me out. They're not calling us.
Ghana?
They're not calling us.
You think so?
They're calling. Well, but they're not really calling. Other people went there, and hey, now I'm a citizen of Ghana.
Yeah.
What you think they're gonna do?
There was a lot of black people there. IT. You remember the guy that I introduced you to, where I was at the event? The event at your spot. The bald guy.
Yes.
He went with that other individual. Those two guys went, and they got their Ghanaian papers.
Hey.
Last week. So did Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar,
You already knew he was
Mendices, and his woman. Who else? A few people, because you know that they get land also when you become a citizen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Ghana.
But which man DC? Which one?
Mendices, the one that's Dipset Mendices.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, man. Someone said
the drug kingpin.
Listen, someone refers to that. The plane fare return.
Remember, there was another man DC from Oz.
Oh yeah.
That's why I had to ask you which man DC you talking about. You talking about Yandy or you talking about Oz?
Yandy's
Okay.
Mendices.
Okay.
I heard.
What,
I heard that they were splitting, but we'll say that for another show.
Publicity stunt.
That's all publicity to keep their name bubbling, and they ain't going nowhere.
They got to keep them Rolexes coming in. Don't believe the hype.
Hey man, it was a good show tonight.
Yeah. Yo, I want to thank Dr. Johnson. He just shot me some photos. I'll shoot it over to you guys of he said, yo, it's just been 15 minutes. His car's covered in the ashes right now.
1,000 times, man.
Yeah. So shout out to Dr. Johnson. And again, to everyone out there in LA, our prayers go out to you. We have family out there. We have friends and stuff like that. So for everyone, like I said, I checked in on majority of them yesterday. And everyone so far is doing well. You know, I asked everyone else to just keep checking in on them.
Yeah, I just
I'll
checked
keep
it
looking
on. I just checked
Yeah.
it with my friend. He said that he's in the safe zone, so he's good.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Shout
I
out to
check. I got.
my uncle, man, who lived in Los
Oh
Angeles.
man.
He just
Okay.
passed away yesterday in the hospital
Oh,
out
sorry to
there.
hear.
Man,
Sorry to hear.
Yeah.
I got my
So
niece up there, my brother. I have a shout out.
Hey, you gotta
You
check him out.
checked on him?
I have a shout out, man.
You have a what?
what?
Yeah, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna do that, man.
You
Yeah, I
better
got.
check on-
I
Check on
gotta
them
do it.
ASAP. Q.
Yeah,
Yeah, check
man.
on them.
Yeah,
I mean, where your niece is? To be honest with you,
yeah.
she should be all right. Where she is.
Okay.
But
Because
does
remember, she's a good distance.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
double check.
She's about 2 hours or so away. So she should be in a safe zone. She's further
Oh.
south. Remember when we drove
Yeah.
down?
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
So where majority of it is, I don't know if you remember Too Tough. Because you wasn't driving. So if your ass was driving, then you were kind of
No. Remember, I was sitting low in the car, bro. I was sitting real
Alright,
low in the
so
seat, covering up
remember where-
that red and that blue, and
remember when we went to the beach, right? hey, AP. When I tell you my man shook.
What?
Why are you going over there? I'm like, what? Why not? What? Why
Man,
you
this
in
man-
Compton?
this man
You
driving
went to Crenshaw?
I went everywhere, homie.
everywhere, homie.
I went to
Man,
Watts, Long
Man, we
Beach, Compton.
we in a box street, like the train line is like a train line is over there, abandoned train line, and I'm saying, what's happening? When we went
Yeah.
by
Compton, that was in Compton.
yeah, Compton, next to that alley there with the boys in the wood Fleming. Where
Oh,
we
you talking over there? Nah, that's Crenshaw over there.
Yeah, Crenshaw.
Crenshaw.
Yeah. I'm like, where's this dude going? I don't know. If something goes off, you don't know which street to take. You could be going into it instead of going.
Hey, P, I got invited to a house party. I was like, yo, I'm coming through.
What?
Over in the 60s.
Son, you know what I'm saying? Word up, son.
What?
Told me, say, yo, nah, you better chill. A
You better not wear
shorty invited
no
me
red over there.
Huh?
You better not wear no red over there in the
No,
60s.
hell no. Nah, but a
Yeah.
shorty I ran into, she invited me to a house party over there, so it was a bunch of other heads going through. So,
Yeah, it sounds
man
like she was
ended up
lining
back
you up.
nah, hey, listen, I said, ain't nothing to line
Oh,
up.
I don't.
Ain't nothing to line up. Shit. You think, listen, first of all, one, even if I did roll through, I'm going to roll through. I'm sitting outside for a minute to see what's going on from the outside regardless. I ain't just going to walk up in them spots or anything. And then I had called my man in them that from over in them areas also, which was CJ and whatnot, his people and stuff. And they came through. They was just like, yo, just fall back on this one, you know?
That's just how your girl lined up Matt Hoffa and Esso and Heineken yesterday on Angela Yee's show. That junk was crazy.
I gotta check it. I gotta check that.
You got to.
Let's roll
Yo,
out of
yo.
here so I can
Yeah.
hit y'all on the back end and everything. You know what I'm saying? No Diddy though. You know what I mean? But
Whoa.
I beg your pardon.
Whoa.
yeah.
We out of here, man.
It's
Thanks
Yo,
for watching
man.
again.
Shout out to everyone. Once again, our
Shout out.
condolences to everyone out there in LA. AP, my condolences to you and your family with your uncle.
Yeah.
Shout out to my cousin Khalil and everyone out there. Arlene, the rest of the family and everyone out there. We'll keep a close eye on everything, and may God just watch over everyone over there. But if you see anything looking funny, make a move, man. Make a move.
Yeah. And that
So
that
once
Dr.
again-
Johnson for turning up tonight, man. Appreciate it.
Always family for life.
Always. Yeah.
Once again, you can find us on all the platforms. Click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Live at the barbershop here every Friday nights, 9 p.m. Thank you. Please go out in the world and be somebody. We out.
Subscribe.
Go out in the world and be somebody.